Disaster for Canada? Investment banker warns against the danger of electing Carney if Liberals win. As Canada approaches a pivotal election, the political landscape is charged with tension and uncertainty. With Prime Minister Mark Carney at the helm of the Liberal Party, concerns are mounting about the implications of his leadership should he secure a victory. An investment banker has recently raised alarms, warning that electing Carney could spell disaster for Canada. This sentiment reflects a broader unease among voters and analysts alike, as the nation grapples with pressing issues that could shape its future. The stakes of the election are not just another political event. They're being framed as one of the most consequential in Canadian history. With the backdrop of rising living costs, housing crises, and a fluctuating economy, voters are increasingly aware of the stakes involved. Carney, who has transitioned from a successful banking career to the political arena, faces scrutiny over his past and the potential impact of his policies on everyday Canadians. The warning from the investment banker highlights a growing concern that Carney's economic approach may not align with the needs of the average citizen. The investment banker's warning against electing Carney is rooted in concerns about his economic policies and their potential ramifications. Critics argue that Carney's background in investment banking may lead to a governance style that prioritizes corporate interests over those of the average citizen. This perspective raises questions about whether Carney can effectively address the needs of Canadians who are struggling with high inflation and stagnant wages. Many fear that his policies could exacerbate income inequality, further widening the gap between the wealthy and the working class. Public sentiment is a crucial factor in this election. Many Canadians are feeling the pinch of economic pressures, and there is a palpable sense of frustration with the current state of affairs. The investment banker's warning resonates with a segment of the population that fears a continuation of policies perceived as favoring the wealthy. As Carney campaigns, he must navigate these sentiments carefully, addressing the concerns of voters who feel left behind. The challenges faced by families trying to make ends meet are particularly acute, as rising prices for essentials like food and housing weigh heavily on their daily lives. Opposition parties are seizing the opportunity to capitalize on Carney's vulnerabilities. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre has positioned himself as a champion of the working class, promising to cut taxes and reduce government spending. His rhetoric contrasts sharply with Carney's, as Poilievre seeks to portray the Liberal leader as out of touch with the realities faced by ordinary Canadians. The Conservative Party's messaging emphasizes fiscal responsibility and accountability, aiming to sway undecided voters who may be concerned about government overspending and its consequences for future generations. The New Democratic Party, NDP, led by Jagmeet Singh, is also vocal in its criticism, emphasizing the need for policies that prioritize social welfare and economic equity. Singh has called for significant reforms, including affordable housing initiatives and increased support for the most vulnerable populations. His party's platform aims to resonate with those who feel neglected by mainstream politics and are seeking a more inclusive approach to governance. As the election nears, the NDP hopes to consolidate support among progressive voters who are disillusioned with the traditional political establishment. Carney's leadership style is under scrutiny as well. His transition from the banking sector to politics has raised questions about his ability to connect with voters on a personal level. While his supporters argue that his experience brings valuable insights into economic management, detractors worry that he lacks the empathy needed to address the challenges faced by everyday Canadians. This perception could play a significant role in shaping voter decisions as the election approaches. Voters are not just looking for a candidate with a solid economic plan. They are also seeking someone who understands their struggles and can provide relatable solutions. Debates are a critical component of the electoral process, providing candidates with a platform to articulate their visions and respond to criticisms. However, the cancellation of a key debate has sparked controversy and debate among political analysts and the public. Critics argue that such cancellations limit the opportunity for voters to hear directly from their leaders, potentially skewing the electoral process. Carney's absence from this debate has been particularly contentious, with opponents accusing him of avoiding tough questions and scrutiny. This situation raises concerns about transparency and accountability in the political process, as voters deserve to hear directly from those who seek to lead them. As the election date approaches, voter engagement becomes increasingly vital. The investment banker's warning may serve as a rallying cry for those who are concerned about the direction of the country under Carney's leadership. Mobilization efforts by opposition parties are likely to intensify as they seek to galvanize support among disillusioned voters. Grassroots campaigns, town hall meetings, and social media outreach will play crucial roles in shaping public opinion and encouraging voter turnout. The ability to connect with voters on a personal level, addressing their immediate concerns, will be critical in this election climate. Another aspect to consider is the role of social media in shaping the electoral narrative. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have become battlegrounds for political discourse, allowing candidates to reach a wide audience quickly. Carney's campaign team must effectively utilize these tools to counteract negative narratives and highlight his vision for Canada. Conversely, opposition parties can harness the power of social media to amplify their messages and mobilize supporters, creating a dynamic and fast-paced political environment. The importance of local issues cannot be overlooked in this election. Different regions of Canada face unique challenges, and candidates must tailor their messages to resonate with local constituents. From the struggles of rural communities grappling with resource depletion to urban centers dealing with housing shortages, the diversity of issues requires a nuanced approach. Carney's ability to address these localized concerns will be critical in swaying undecided voters who may feel that their specific needs are being overlooked in broader national discourse. In this charged political environment, every vote will count, and the voices of Canadians will resonate louder than ever. The question remains, will they choose to embrace the status quo under Carney, or will they seek a new direction that promises to address their pressing concerns? As the election looms, the decisions made by Canadian voters will shape the nation's trajectory for years to come. The outcome will not only determine the future of Carney and the Liberal Party, but will also set the course for Canada as it navigates complex economic and social challenges. As Canadians prepare to head to the polls, the stakes have never been higher. The investment banker's warning serves as a reminder of the potential consequences of their choices. In a nation where the economy, social equity, and governance are all inextricably linked, the upcoming election will test the resilience and adaptability of Canada's political landscape. Voters are urged to consider not only the immediate effects of their decisions, but also the long-term implications for future generations. The narrative of this election is being shaped by not just the candidates, but by the collective hopes and fears of the Canadian populace, making it a truly historic moment in the country's democratic journey.